Hi, hello, and welcome to a game I've not played on stream before. Hopefully, the hope, the dream. This is loud. I turned it up way louder in my ears than I intended to. I wanted to turn it down, and I turned it up. Anyway, okay. The hope and dream is that this is a series I will bring over to YouTube and will kind of last a while, and also it's just something that will get me back into streaming. So anyway, that's the hope and the dream. I want to do a union side. Very hard. I don't know that I want actually, I don't think very high, like very hard is going to make it very hard, which is what I want. I don't know that very high actually makes it harder. I wish there was a balanced. Because with very high, you're likely to get invasions of the north that you can like completely destroy. And that's not very good. But we'll go with it because I have no idea. And then what are all policies? Oh, what? I think we want to do the tutorial, even though I've done the tutorial before. But this is how you actually get into it. Is that right? This is like the actual start. No, this is July 15th getting started. Yeah, we want to start here. Okay. So what do we want our policies to be? That actually sounds really good. Kansas a free state. Would be nice, but Kansas probably won't be that important. The population bonus is really nice because that means that Oregon and California both actually have enough people to recruit from. That's kind of irrelevant, the Southern support. The only ones that's really useful for are Kentucky and Missouri, and I hope to not lose either of them anyway. Although we are at very hard and very high, so I suppose it's always possible. This is interesting because the Confederates have a choice, and here I'll show filibustering. And if they were to go with that, if I keep going back and forth, yeah, it goes randomly. Although that's funny that, okay, it is random. It's just we got really strangely coincidental. Similar to how we have this go west, the Confederates have this filibustering, which allows them to recruit from the, Central America, which is very useful for them, at least in my experience. Specifically because, that's a lot of recruits that are just the right size to make artillery regiments. So you don't end up with, bad math where you don't have enough recruits from other states to actually do stuff. So you end up with a bunch of Caribbean artillery units, which is useful. This would be interesting because I kind of want European intervention in the Civil War, because I think that would make even more of an exciting challenge. My hope, and I've played this game twice, I think on hard and elevated, and both times I've won in less than a year and a half. The first time as the Union, I won in less than a year, and the second time as the Confederacy, it took me slightly more than a year. So my hope is that if the Europeans intervene, it'll be a huge trouble. So I kind of want to pick things that are gonna make it harder, but not be just kind of useless. That's nice. This is simply mandatory. That's not that great. This is nice. The credit rating being better at automatically at the start means I can put a lot more money into making sure I can snowball. Because I think the name of the game is going to be snowballing as fast as the Confederacy can. Checking them. Oh, I want Fog of War. I want feuds. I can turn that on. Yeah, I'll determine what I want with auto manage later. So I think we want Union Pacific Railroad, we want industrialization, and then either we want one of these three. So this is really good because this will hamper the South tremendously as the war goes on. This is nice because it's just another state that I get, huge support in. This is great because it's 2 states that I get more out of. So either go west or Underground Railroad. And I guess the question is, do I want something that makes me even stronger, but, kind of tangentially? Or something that severely hampers the Confederate States? And I think the answer is that, yeah, especially since I've done this before, I guess it kind of makes a different challenge than I'm used to. So we'll go with Underground Railroad. And with that, it is time to begin. I like the noise of democracy. Good for you, James. Good for you. My hope is that this is a long campaign. I've not really played a very long campaign of this game yet.
A house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure, permanently, half slave and half free. Abraham Lincoln, June 16, 1858. Chapter 1. A House Divided. The American Civil War.
The voice acting is awful, but the actual clips are amazing.
Turned against one another. Brothers killing brothers. The bloodiest war America would see. One engulfing the young nation in a maelstrom. Tearing her apart. The Americans are no strangers to war. Declaring independence from their colonial masters, they fought long and hard for their freedom. To hold true that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But in this pursuit, where the Americans have a divine destiny to establish on earth the moral dignity and salvation of man, war would be ever present.
That was the Mexican-American War we just watched. All year and a half of it, or however long.
Fulfilling the manifest destiny calls for expansion. While pioneers cross the vast frontier, driving west in search of land and gold, the Native Americans find themselves pushed across the continent, killing and being killed, confined in ever-narrowing territories.
Hey, Lob! Welcome to the Civil War.
Novel technology and engineering feats hasten the expansion westward.
Ohio and Erie Canal. Look at that old telegram.
Canals connect the East Coast and Midwest, followed by railroads and telegraph wires only decades later, revolutionizing the flow of merchandise, news, and people. But not all became Americans voluntarily. Men, owned by other men labor in shackles to feed an insatiable need for cotton and textile mills, bringing marvelous riches to some and comfortless lives to others. These tired, poor, huddled masses yearn to breathe free too, but instead are subject to crack of the whip. Equality and happiness, even life, are not reserved for all. Coming to mid-19th century, the ever-expanding nation is on a brink of rupture. Only a political compromise of 1850 diffuses the tensions between northern free states and southern slave states, but this merely delays the march on the road to the inevitable. I do not expect the house to fall. But I do expect it will cease to be divided. It will become all one thing or all the other. But the foundation of the wavering house would turn out to be beyond repair. Soon, blue flags bearing single stars would mark this union, commencing a war that would leave its mark in the Americans for centuries to come.
I agree. I think I'm never gonna vote for another person who doesn't have a beard. Man or woman, doesn't matter. If they don't have a beard, they're not getting my vote. Okay, that took a hell of a lot longer than I remember. That was almost like a 10-minute long video. Jesus Christ. So, welcome to the United States of America. Let's see, before we can't be bothered by the economy at all. The economy's always going to be on alert. As of right now, only the Deep South has actually seceded. There's nothing I can do to change that. I'm not really sure there's anything I can do except for manage subsidies. I think I'm just gonna skip the rest of them. I can choose the first policy. And I think available after Lincoln's inauguration. Okay, so what did they do? They did Apostles of Disunion. Oh, interesting. Okay, I think that's good for me. Alms agents. Interesting. So we're gonna have to deal with a lot of weapons right off the bat. But I think most of those weapons, at least until they get their industry going, are gonna be mixed muskets, and that's kind of irrelevant. Interesting. I don't think that's going to be too helpful for them. Yeah, I think military one is the first thing I want to do, and then jump straight into Militia Act and get those two out of the way. So with you guys going, obviously can't do project, nothing to worry about building and whatnot. Same with goods and trades, so not policies, finances. What do I really want to focus on? Like, not you. Projects. I wish I could, like, sort this kind of differently. I think I can, can't I? Oh, subsidy type. Like, the political stuff I need to do because I want to get administration reform. Okay, but can you tell me what you actually do? Is this what I think it is? That might not be what I think it is. I think it isn't this what I think it is? Administration reform, please. Please let me see what you actually fucking are. It's over here. I'm just blind. I'm just stupid. Will further shorten the time required to activate new policies and acts. So this is research, basically. Suppress population I don't really care about. Not going to be important for a long time. Occupation administration is also a long-term game. I think all 4 of these are long-term games. Hall's call beans, I think, are something we're going to skip. Railroad construction is useful. But again, is a long-term thing that I'm not sure I'm really going to be too big on just yet. Sending in envoys, trade deals, neither of these are things I need to worry about for quite a while. Especially sending envoys. The Confederacy is going to need to actually beat us in order to get the Europeans involved on their side. And I think I can, on the battlefield, stave that off long enough that I'm not worried. Which means, then, am I worried about the Lorenz rifle? The Lorenz rifle I like. It's funny, this says Austrian muskets that can be converted to rifles. The Lorenz is quite good. The British rifles, such as the... That's funny that I can scroll so far down and there's nothing down there. Whitworth, Enfield, very good. Enfield is not as useful because of the nature of the game, but it's a much better rifle in real life than it is in the video game, because during the Civil War, we did not train our soldiers to fire a parabolic arc of the gun, which is how it was actually designed to be used, which is interesting. All the rest of this stuff, Prussian rifles, the Dreis needle gun, I wish I could see the statistics on the guns, because the Dreis needle gun is super rapid fire. It's inaccurate. Oh, well, okay, it's inaccurate. It's short range. It's super rapid fire, which is a benefit and a drawback. Like, a few units armed with needle guns would be really cool, but it's not something I want to be worried about. And similar with the rest of this stuff, I think I can basically just turn off diplomacy entirely. Military-wise, I think the first thing to think about is reboard muskets. That or the legacy rifles. Can I quickly military weapons? I don't think I can order anything. Oh, I can't. I can order 12-pound. No, what was that? 12-pound howitzers. What do I currently have? 8 pieces. That's it. So the only thing out of all of this that I can order is howitzers. 12-pound. Wait, how did I see 8 pieces? Oh, 24-pound. Yeah, between 24-pound and 12-pound howitzers. I think actually I'm never gonna need that many 24-pound howitzers. But I will do that, and I will go to finances, and I will basically drop diplomacy all the way down. Politics I will lower to really low. Actually, yeah, okay, that's whatever. Economy, agricultural, industry, military. The economy is interesting. I like this is just free money basically, but it takes a lot of money. Like it's it almost takes as much as it's valuable for, which makes sense. Like you can't just invent money. Like you can print more money, but that's not the same as actually creating more money. But labor theory of capital and blah blah blah, all of that. Market reform, I think, is not terribly useful. Subsidized banks, I don't think is that useful either. I think like all of these are really long-term games that I need to make sure I'm stable in the short term first, which means economy funding is gonna go down the drain. So, agriculture. This is pointless, in my opinion. Subsidizing agriculture is less valuable than farm mechanization. Increases agricultural productivity, increases farm output and available volunteers. I'm not really sure what the difference between productivity and output is, but this gives us the bonus of more men we can field. Corn is king is what I'm going to do rather than this diplomacy stuff. Because it's cheaper, it's more readily accessible, and it sounds better. So, agricultural funding, gonna make sure it's high. So, military needs to be really high, agricultural needs to be pretty good. Economic funding can be dropped down to basically nothing. And industry. Further increase travel. I think I need a lot of industry funding so that I can get weapons productions going and the subsidies for the industry. So okay. Project, no. Finances. So economy, basically none. Agricultural, medium. Military, high. Industry will get you going medium as well. And actually, while I have a surplus, it might make sense to go as high as possible. So with that, I think now we're ready to unpause. America divided. President Buchanan unable to solve the crisis. Jefferson Davis to lead the Confederacy. Who the fuck's Jefferson Davis? Nobody even knows. Texas votes 3-1 to secede. General Twiggs surrenders U.S. armaments. You twat. Alright, nothing to do for a while. So I guess speed 50. Jefferson Davis inaugurated. President for 6 years. Oi, you can't do that. I don't know what happens if you like successfully conquer Canada, and I think it would be kind of fun to do that. Davis calls for militia. That's not fair. Like, there's not very many cities to conquer. Those what, 3? And then probably some fort up here, I would assume. Or at least just that. Yeah, I wonder what happens if you conquer. I mean, like I don't think there's any way to actually get at war with Mexico. Why is Mexico building a prison camp? What? That's interesting. I assume this is actually in the middle. So if the little ball is to the left, that means it's good for me. More money for the military. Here we go. Straight into Militia Act. Here is Fort Sumter. So when something happens, it's gonna be right here between Beauregard and whoever's in charge of Fort Sumter. I think it was sometime in the spring. April 20th or something. It's interesting because even still, Arkansas, Tennessee, Carolina, and Virginia have not seceded yet. Oh, hey. Projects. There is projects we can do. Which one? Springfield Rifles. Oh, funny. Springfield Rifles are good. Not as good as Legacy and Rebuild, but the ability to start immediately producing Springfield Rifles, I think, is worth it. I was thinking Springfield Rifles was part of one of these. Do. Springfield Rifle Muskets. Wait, so is this the Springfield Rifle Musket with 400 yards, not the Springfield Musket with 250? Yes. Then I want that right now so that I can do this and make sure that we have as many as possible immediately, because we want every single unit to have rifles if possible. Meanwhile, the old-time fiddle. Supply situation at Fort Sumter critical. Lincoln planning a relief expedition. Oh, here we go.
This step, secession, once taken, can never be recalled. We and our posterity shall see our lovely South desolated by the demon of war. Alexander Stephens, Vice President of the Confederate States of America. Chapter 2: The Demon of War. The election of Abraham Lincoln, an anti-slavery Republican, as the 16th President of the United States was the last straw, triggering secession. One by one, Southern slave states declared secession from the Union and formed the Confederate States of America, led by President Jefferson Davis. This secession ignited the inevitable escalation, with fruitless efforts to still find a political compromise falling on deaf ears.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Anything after 55.
Fire eaters roam the states with steel in their eyes, and the public is aroused to volunteer, to fill the ranks, to quell the rebellion, and to preserve the Union or to secure independence from it.
Oh, it wasn't recalled, Lob. It was shoved right back down their throats.
Call for 75,000 volunteers for 3 months' service sparks incredulous protest and loud outcry among the southern states. And these sparks set on fire the irreversible. More states secede. Now it's war. 75,000, 100,000, and even more. Soon, the largest armies seen on American soil muster, drill, and prepare for war. A war that is to be neat, short, and limited. The whole matter would be settled by Christmas. But a dark shadow would loom over the growing and inexperienced armies. Without a swift and decisive blow from the very offset of the war, there's every chance of a long, confused, and disorganizing civil war, and even foreign powers may feel a desire to take a hand therein. The time is ticking for the newborn Confederacy. The Union must act. The demon of war has awakened.
So it is interesting that most of the southern states, well, most, maybe half, all of these ones, these 4. Oh, what? Kentucky and Missouri are officially Confederate. No. Yes? They're all occupied by the Union, but they'll seem to be Confederate in some form or another. Okay, weird. St. Louis is Confederate, but I'm occupying it. Quincy is Union. The south of Missouri, I mean, I guess makes sense. Missouri was complicated. How many people you have in the Missouri State Guard? 2,000. The Department of the West under Harney. Now comes the fun part. Now comes the ordeal of trying to actually build an army before it's too late. So, Nathaniel Lyon has Springfield rifle muskets. Perfect. I wish you would tell me how long it would take to get these guys. Illinois is much closer. Can I do 3,000? That's interesting. I wouldn't expect that. Illinois boys are simple. I feel like something along those lines. And at this point, the Union blue. Like we're not early enough to have anything other than just regular Union blue. So I want you. I don't know that I actually wanted you to have Mississippi's. I think I'd want you to have Springfield muskets or rifle muskets. I would love Doubleday is an artillery officer. Well, that works fine because I was going to make an artillery unit. We'll take you from Indiana. We'll do something like the artillery. Union artillery can be French blue on top of British red, because that's not sacrilege. Union Blue. Yeah, okay. So McCall is a infantry leader, so that's pointless. I need filters to be artillery officers only. You know what? You're welcome. Congratulations, Wilcox. You are in charge of the first artillery regiment to be raised. Somehow, Hooker has managed to find himself in charge of the Department of the West's 1st Infantry Division. And I will put a cavalry division from Indiana, which will be fairly small, I reckon. Yeah, 500. Indiana boys are simple. Sky Blue Brigade. Underneath Horny. Hopefully that is... You can have whatever you get. Wilcox 6-pounders? Not happening. 3-inch ordnance rifles? I'll accept. Actually, Hooker, I would like you to have a 3rd guy as quickly as possible. So, Indiana. And we'll get you a different uniform. And I will give you Springfield rifle muskets. We'll save the Mississippis for a little while. So, okay, that'll be good enough for the beginning. Lincoln calls the militia. Okay, please pause. Department of the West, not my problem right now. Army of the Tennessee is probably going to start marching up. Louisville is Confederate, so this is really bad that all of you guys did go Confederate. So the Department of the Ohio's first task under McClellan is going to have to be to get yourself to Cincinnati. And while you're doing it, I would love... Gorman. I don't know who this guy is. You know, some political loser. Alright, whatever. 1,000. 1,000. Neither of you are particularly impressive. McClellan, you're gonna need a artillery leader. Morris will probably end up being in charge of an actual field commission. So we'll assign this guy, Gibbon. And you being in Ohio, it would be great if you could get an artillery brigade from Ohio. And actually, don't we want to change this to be French blue and British red? Oh, that's interesting. That randomized it. Cool. Similarly, you're not far from Pennsylvania, so a Pennsylvania infantry regiment. Sure, that's an interesting look. I love it. These guys can get the Mississippi Rifles, because these guys are going to be fighting constantly, and I think it would be nice to make sure they have something good. I need the Department of the Ohio to have enough people that they can actually fight off this Army of the Tennessee if push comes to shove. Because they're going to need to take not just Covington, but Louisville and hold it. The other thing is, something we desperately need to do is make West Virginia secede. I think that's going to be one of my main goals to begin with. So what's the situation up here in the north? We have the Army of Northeastern Virginia under Irvin McDowell. Oh, that's an interesting setup. New Jersey militia, which only has probably one New Jersey brigade. 1st Brigade. Oh man, alright. Hey McDowell, you're the first real field army. I want to make sure all your guys have something useful. For now, I think it makes sense to have a artillery regiment attached to each of these infantry regiments or divisions. Can you like go underneath? What if I do this? Just to make it look better. No? What if I do this? Move you under here, and then move you back. Thank you. That's an acceptable setup for now. Hunter, we'll get you some New York boys. And Rinion, I'll make sure you get more New Jersey fellows. Where's New Jersey in the alphabet? It should start with an N. Hey, there it is. But not a lot of people from New Jersey, actually. So maybe we throw in some Massachusetts people into the New Jersey regiment, but we'll give you the same weird tannish gray. I want to give you Confederate gray. Though that's an interesting color combination. I like it. Under Morgan. Artillery, artillery, artillery. William Tecumseh Sherman leading an infantry regiment is okay. Ambrose Burnside. Man, a lot of not infantry people here. Oh, I did not mean to do that. You can, I'm sorry, you can go away, Stone. McDowell's an artillery general. Well, I think for now that'll be alright, and eventually I'll move you guys out to different commands. The Department of Pennsylvania here does not have a lot of people at all. Okay. That's wonderful. Robert Patterson. What am I gonna do with you? Well, first of all, I'm going to do this. Replace you with a artillery leader. And get you at least one. Not Kansas. You're close to. You're close to Pennsylvania, so I might as well just take you from Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's backward. There we go. Upgrade that. And I want to get a cavalry unit from West Virginia, we'll say. The cavalry will do something fun. Yeah, that's a West Virginia kind of guy if ever I've seen him. Alright, that'll be good enough. Once you get some level of readiness, we'll have you march down on Winchester. I need Winchester, Grafton, and Charleston. If I can get West Virginia to secede, I can kind of create a lock down here and focus on the West. Well, I think, unlike the real Civil War, I think most of my fighting is gonna be down here, and that worries me. So, oh, Navy situation actually is the last thing I want to worry about. Home Squadron should come down south and take the Atlantic Blockading Squadron with you. Maybe you can't because your readiness is too low. That's okay. Civil War. Let's go do speed 5. If you guys push after me, I'll be able to fight you on the field. We'll see what I can do. Policies. Okay. Yes. I think get straight into Militia Act 2. And then after that, regulars, legal blockade. You know what? Legal blockade, don't need to worry about it until, well, until the Confederacy starts making moves, I think. British intervention, 10%. Missouri State Guard is withdrawing. Meanwhile, the Department of the West is slowly taking control of St. Louis. Good job, Nathaniel Lyon. You. Wait, please stop. Not that. Department of the Ohio. I want you to move to Cincinnati, but I would love it if you were smart enough to do it by rail, because that's the fastest way to go. And it's nighttime. Okay, what's this? Pendergast. Oh, yes, the fleet. Good, good. So you heal Home Squadron. Interesting. Why can I not tell you to have an action? Available construction. Okay, that's not actually true. Oh, this is interesting. High priority. I don't have any prisoners yet. Okay, Department of the Ohio. How are you doing, McClellan? Not bad. Weather is not treating you good. Union support in slave states plummets. War of Northern aggression? I'll be damned by that. Okay, once you take St. Louis, you're probably just gonna sit there. Yeah. Oh, your regulars aren't gonna do anything for you. Honey is low on supply, I'm well aware. Okay, I think maybe what I need to do is create a whole new army. Interesting that Orvin McDowell is the person in charge. No, Stone is the person in charge. You're what? You're a major general, but you're not actually a major general. Whatever. Army of New England, you say? How do I change this name? That's weird. What's this button do? Deploy garrison. Oh, interesting. Okay. Largely from New England. So, Maine. The New England boys are gonna be green. That's just the way it goes. So, Brown. Who are you? Let me look at these guys. Brown's an artillery. So I'll actually move you here under Cook. Brown can get yourself from Delaware a artillery regiment, which will have the inverted colors. Rhode Island has just enough volunteers for a small artillery regiment, which is quite interesting. Oh, you're just one short. That's obnoxious. Colorado territory is interesting. I can raise a Colorado artillery regiment. John C. Fremont and Smith, those are both acceptable. Under Cook, I would like a Ohio infantry brigade. Lyle is acceptable. Stockton, I want 2 guys as well. 1 from Pennsylvania and 1 from New York, I think. Here we go, New York. And then Baker, I'm going to want 1 from Ohio We'll give you something different. We'll make you sky blue both ways. And somewhere that has a lot of recruits. Yeah, like Illinois, that I haven't taken a ton from yet. That white almost looks gray. Sure, the Illinois blacks. That's fine by me. Alright, let me look at your commandos. An engineer, good, good. Now you, Corcoran, I might actually want to swap. That's okay. And then Understone himself, I'll take one Delaware cavalry brigade. I guess it'll be a small brigade. And we'll make you some yellow something. Alright. How do I change the name of the army? I know I can. Here, Army of New England. This is actually, I think, going to be the Army of Western Virginia. Yeah, did that save? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Army of Western Virginia. There we go. So we have the Army of Northeastern Virginia, Army of Western Virginia. This Department of Pennsylvania will probably become the Army of the Shenandoah eventually. And hopefully these armies all together, you should start moving your way to Pittsburgh. If you could go by rail, it'd be incredible. Construction completed. Construction of Fort Monroe in the state of Virginia. I don't remember building anything, but okay. I'll believe it. You are not yet. I need to take Alexandria before too long. Ideally. What about the Department of the West here? You've almost taken St. Louis, and the Department of Ohio almost has enough readiness to move into Covington. Union calls for volunteers, 12-month contracts. Damn right. No. Policies. Okay. We could go straight into Militia Act 3. I don't think that's necessary just yet. Regulars would be nice. Especially since the Confederates already did regulars. And I want to be able to match them. Union armies on the move. Lincoln unwavering. Union invades the South. Action finally. Action finally. I haven't invaded anybody. That said, the Department of Pennsylvania finally has enough readiness. I could move you onto these guys. How many people do you actually have? 5,000. Well, damn Skippy, you get ready for an offensive. And the Department of the Ohio, it is time for you, McClellan, to move across the river and take Covington, Kentucky. You're going to take Covington and you're immediately going to build a fort. Department of the West, meanwhile. God, I desperately need you to start getting your provisions. Please, for the love of God. It's gonna be a second, but oh my lord. Alright. Once you can build, I need you to build a fort right there in St. Louis. Army of Northeastern Virginia now. Here's the Army of the Potomac with 4,500. You outnumber that by a huge margin. So that's our first battle. Go pummel the snot out of them. Come on, McDowell. Low readiness, but that's okay. You know what, actually? Oh, the Missouri State Guard with 11,000 men? There ain't no way you have 11,000 men. There ain't no way that the Missouri State Guard has 11,000 men in May of 1861. And 16 cannons. 500 cavalry and 16 cannons. I'm gonna order you to deploy to defend. Okay, hold on. Department of the West. You have not even gotten these guys yet. Oh, god damn. Alright, Casey. We're gonna need as many Union boys out here as quickly as we possibly can. Alright, Zook. I will replace you with a infantry commando. This guy, no, you're not actually an infantry commando. McCook. That's alright. Zook is alright, and we'll get you one more division, ideally, from Iowa. Oh boy, alright, that brings you up to a total of 10,000. Although at the moment you're only at 40,000. I don't know how the Missouri State Guard has 12,000 men. Cast artillery. No, we're gonna skip and go straight to rifled artillery. Reboard muskets. I think is worth doing. Just to get as many rifles onto the battlefield as quickly as possible. So we're gonna do that. And then in the military weapons, I don't need to worry about the cannons. We'll get to those later. Get me as many reboard as you possibly can. As quickly as you can. You have a lot of Springfield muskets. Don't have a lot of anything else. So, okay. Army of the West. Department of the West. Whatever. How long are these guys gonna take? 27, 13, 15, 5, 2. If we're down 2,000, that'll be okay. If we can get the rest of these guys in here before we have to withdraw. Because the last thing I want is to have to pull back from St. Louis to Springfield or Quincy or something. Is St. Joseph? Yeah. I need Missouri under my control as quickly as possible. And I don't want the first battle to be something I'm not winning. Oh, they've withdrawn from Winchester, which means Patterson is moving into Winchester. 4,500, 5,000, but you've only got 2,000 at the moment versus my 14,000. You can honestly just hold if you want. The Army of the Tennessee is trying to move into Ohio. You're not ready to take Wheeling, but that's gonna be your first task. I don't want them taking Ohio. You have 13,000 men. Oh, goodness gracious me. Alright, well. Here's the first real battle. And this should be something I can crush. So let's get in and let's see whether or not I can spin them around at first Manassas. Now this is first contact for everybody, so it'll probably be kind of a mess. Plus with fog of war and feuds and all of that, I'm not used to playing with feuds. I'm not sure if this is actually a true meeting engagement or what. Okay, this is I am attacking. Scouts support the enemies near Manassas Junction, Virginia, and our army is to prepare for battle. Army of the Shenandoah. Army is green, and their morale is reported to be broken. Interesting. I love this. It's always like this. Report indicates the supply situation is outstanding. The supply state of our army is outstanding. Even when it's not, it's always outstanding. Okay, Confederacy, arriving in 2 hours. Where are my guys? Probably coming in from the north. Hello? Alright, you... What a strange deployment zone. Okay, can I please find the Army of Northwestern Virginia? Okay. 2nd Division. Form up. This way, please. I want you to go over there. Okay, this is what I have. This is quite a goofy mess. And you belong to McDowell proper. So what is my strategy gonna be here? Now, if they're small, they've probably set up somewhere around here, thinking they can take me from the north. I want to do this slow and steady. If there's no real combat the first day, that's fine. I want to move down south, and I'm going to try and take this entry point, and I'll probably try to roll up on them from the south. So, all things considered, McDowell, get your men in some form or another. Actually, down here, facing this way. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Seems good to me. And hopefully you guys probably go a little bit slow, but that's okay. While I'm thinking about it, let me take Showman, William Tecumseh Showman, and have you go that way to capture that entryway. I think if you can capture all of the entrances and exits to a battlefield, you can basically prevent the enemy from withdrawing at all. Oh, okay. The Confederates have just now arrived. I was just too late. That's a shame. I'm gonna want you to come back. And I want basically everybody to stop over here. I'll wait until Showman gets that, and then I'll issue orders to the whole. There we go. Whole army. Don't press them, please. Let's get everybody. Jeez, that's awful. Yeah, let's get everybody to do that, please. Okay, please stop. Regular speed. Dismount. Loose order. Please do not. You should be shooting at them. I'm gonna need to get Owen McDowell up close. Because I'm in loose order, I'll probably outshoot them. But if their infantry is gonna come up like it is, my cavalry is not going to last very long. And Owen McDowell is far too far away to be of any use at the moment. So I would love it if you got yourself out of there, which unfortunately I can't actually tell you to do. If that's it, if that's all the more people you have, I can crush that in a heartbeat. Showman, you're moving. Tyler, get yourself down south. Yes, you're going to break. You should please leave. You should leave. Sooner rather than later. You're under artillery, you're getting bloodied. Please hurry up and get out of there. Where are you going? Okay. It is at this point that I guess I'm just not gonna worry about it. How many people in Jackson's brigade? 17,000. Alright, you've broken. Get out of here. Don't just stand there taking fire. Get out of there. So now the question is, what are these three going to do? They're gonna send forward skirmishers. Are you in column? Yes, good. Yeah, all of my guys are gonna show up and they're gonna be tired as all hell. Feud? This or a superior commander of this unit is subject to feud with one of his superior commanders. Orders will take longer to be executed, and the value may carry out different orders. Now, why the hell are you feuding? What is your issue? Alright. Okay. Let's start thinking about actually creating a order of battle, shall we? So, who do you belong to? Oh my god, you belong to this guy up here, don't you? Alright, 1st Division under Tyler. Tyler, I would like it if you found your way up here. You're headed there. You, I would love it if you, no, did this instead. You, also part of the 2nd Division. C is the button I need to press. I should do that, please. Who do you belong to? You're another 2nd Brigade. 1st Division should set up in the reserve, ideally. Showman, you'll get yourself over here eventually. I really, really don't want you. I really don't want you doing that. That seems like a stupid direction to go. I want to slaughter every single one of these guys on the battlefield that I can. Are you going to withdraw from the battlefield? Because I would love it if you didn't. You might recover. Baker, meanwhile, is under artillery bombardment, but that seems to be something he doesn't care about. What I'm going to do here is pretty simple. I want one division here and one in the open, and I'm going to have the two of you just close in around these guys. Pretty simple. Don't know where you think you're going. 1st Brigade belongs to the 1st Division. Okay. Yeah, let's get you back here. Somewhere you have a New Jersey militia. who needs to just get yourself going this way and standing right there. I'm fine giving my artillery a chance to just shoot at each other for a while. They've only got 5 guns. I mean, they don't have enough people to make this a serious battle anyway. But that doesn't mean I want to take more casualties than I need to. Especially with such an overwhelming numerical superiority. 5th US Artillery, get yourself on this hill alongside these guys. 2nd Brigade is fine. 1st Brigade, where the fuck do you think you're going? Who do you belong to? Right, wonderful. How about you ignorant twats get yourself all right here, except for the artillery, who, yeah, will come a little bit farther forward. Thank you. And we will do this methodically, under good order. Division of Kemper has marched away. Is that my... I presume that was my cavalry officer. Thank you for already losing 3 men to artillery by just wandering out where you're not supposed to be. Is this everybody? No. Tyler is still way back though. You are panicked, but you are in workable order. Nope, apparently I can't command a panicked unit. That's okay. So somebody of those retreated. I'm not sure who, and I'm not sure why. Alright, let's get you set up. Oh, here comes the rest of their army. Let's get you set up this way. I would like you to go here, you forward, you forward along this creek. Actually, that's a lie. I would like you with the plains rifle to stand back. 2nd Brigade forward. You to come into this wood line. 3rd Brigade. Who do you belong to? You belong to the 2nd Division, which includes a hobsquabble of these guys? Like, not you. Who do you belong to? Oh god, what a mess. Alright, you. I want you over this way so that we can cycle you in. 4th Brigade is going to come over here. Who else belongs to the 4th Brigade? Alright, well, I guess we're just waiting until Showman arrives. Along with Tyler. I wonder who you're shooting at. You're shooting at skirmishers. That's kind of a waste, if you ask me. I would love it if you actually set yourself up like that. I think I can just tell you to shoot at them. No, somehow you can't shoot over there. So yeah, move this way a little bit, please. Alright, well you should be able to shoot them, but this says you can't, and I really don't know why you can't. Again, I'm not sure who you're shooting at, but it should be them. I don't know if it's this one random tree or if it's that tree or what it is that's preventing you from shooting. But exactly where you're supposed to be shooting, you cannot, apparently. They're gonna come in close, and I think that's alright. You'll be able to riddle them. I don't really want you further forward, but I guess that's alright. Can you guys please shoot these guys now? Not really. Okay, that's awesome. What about you guys? God, the fucking range thing on this just makes no sense. Like, why can you not shoot directly fucking in front of you? Alright, cancel that order. Just shoot whoever you think you can shoot. You guys with the 10-pounders, again, can't seem to shoot the person right in front of you. So I don't know who you're actually targeting. I don't know what Showman's doing. You've been standing here for ages. Get yourself forward. Tyler, get yourself forward. I appreciate that you have been given your condolences to Palmer here, but not really what I need. Unstable. Can I get you finally up here? Please. Thank you. Alright, 2nd Brigade. Turn yourself in on them, please. You guys. Go shoot up their artillery. 2nd Brigade under Burnside. You have suffered a few men, few losses. I think that's alright. I'll get these guys forward. Oh, I was really hoping you wouldn't break like that. Come on, keep it up. What are you doing? Keep it up. Riddle them full of holes. No, don't shoot them. You want to be shooting the artillery who's looking straight at you. Again, you want to shoot the artillery, please, not the infantry. Let's get you guys forward. And you guys forward. You back here. I don't think you quite understand what you're supposed to be doing, But apparently that artillery is too busy focusing on my artillery to be of any use, so that's fine. You've already torn Hampton's Legion to shreds. Burnside is just right there, that's okay. It's what, May? So nightfall is probably 7 o'clock. Alright, let's get you closer by telling you to go shoot them. Alright, keep it up. Shouldn't take more than a couple volleys to actually shadow this artillery. I would really hope. But apparently I am wrong. There we go. Gun 0. Alright, they've abandoned their guns. That's what I like to see. Now then, let's do it like this. New Jersey Militia has 3 infantry divisions and an artillery. Let's get you actually... Can I order you into single line? Let's tell everybody actually. Single line. Go ahead and send out that information. Now the New Jersey Militia. That's not single line, but okay. Then the 1st Division under Tyler. Get you like that. And somewhere there should be the 2nd Division. The 2nd Brigade. 2nd Division. Let's get you this side. And I will organize the artillery after you have all organized yourselves. I promise you this will not be complicated unless you make it complicated. The artillery is going to sit right here on this hill, firing off into them, where I have the New Jersey coming from the left slowly. The 1st will hold right in front of them, and the 2nd Division will swing around right and will sandwich them. Should be as simple as that. I am sure if anyone can manage to mess it up, it would probably be Orvin McDowell. Alright, Boneside. You've done good. Palmer, you've done good. And Boneside took you stood there and you fought for a good minute. So I'm proud of you, Boneside. Man, it takes some of you guys forever to get yourself together. Shouldn't you be moving? Okay, whatever. So, artillery. Are you in position? I want artillery to move heal, you heal, and you heal. Okay. Hunter, how many infantry brigades do you have? 3, including one large one under Sumner. So I want you to move this way. Burnside will take the far right flank, and I will have Portal in the middle. Over here, Showman will take the left flank of the middle. Keys, actually, I'll have Keys take the left flank. I will have Showman, who has not yet taken any casualties, take the center, and Schneck will take the right flank. Meanwhile, the New Jersey militia will come over here and will go you in the center. Morgan on the left flank, ideally not in column, and this militia brigade will take the right flank. Now, is that too complicated for you men? I bet it is. The artillery, I would like to detach all of the artillery from your commanders. We'll see how well that works. These guys have just been sitting here doing nothing for ages. Meanwhile, yeah, they probably just have some broken guys. Well, actually, they've got some people who have recovered. So depending on withdrawal, took too long. That's a shame. Well, they lost almost as many cavalry and a few more infantry. That's a classic first battle of the American Civil War right there. Huge, overwhelming power and nothing to show for it. But the first battle of the American Civil War is officially a Union victory, and one that will guarantee that Alexandria remains in Union hands, probably for the foreseeable future. That's good. I don't know what Runyon did at all, but I suppose that's good nonetheless. victory at Manassas Junction. Army of the Shenandoah in retreat. Alright, well, it's good to see what will happen here. I told you to just wait, so you should still be capturing Alexandria. The Department of the West is probably moving. Hampton withdrawing. You might not actually... Okay, you are. You're still capturing Alexandria. You, likewise, are moving up to Winchester. Over here, this army of the Northwest has 21,000 people. Holy hell. And the Army of Tennessee is coming for the Department of the Ohio. Oh, McClellan, you're gonna need a lot more people right fucking now. So, let's do that. Commander Gibbon, I'm going to get you a little bit more artillery. God, okay, actually, forget about artillery for the moment. Infantry, and I need infantry from states that are as close by as possible. And I need to make sure your commanders are the right kind of people. So Bolton, you're gonna need to be replaced by an infantry or an engineer. I'd prefer an infantry commander. You're good. Abbott, Iowa. Bolton is not gonna be in charge, please. Here, you know what, Bolton? Can I find, like, Michigan? Michigan has a lot of people. How about Minnesota? Minnesota artillery. Funny that that's now Buchanan and not Bolton who wanted it so bad. Okay. Well, alright, I guess Woodsbury's getting it. Abbott can take one more. Michigan. And there we go, again, Bolton, what the hell are you doing here? Okay. I don't understand why Bolton is not automatically becoming in charge of this division. Are you too high of a... No, you're low. What happens if I promote you? Now can I assign you? Well, you're a Brigadier General now, so... Oh, wait, please stop. I don't actually know the, exactly how... That doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, and you're not forgetting anything now. Okay. Under Canby, we need more infantry again. Wisconsin, infantry, and Bolton again is now suddenly in charge of a infantry division. Doesn't make any sense. Why can you not be in charge of a artillery battery, but you can be in charge of an infantry brigade? That's not happening. Where's Grant? Oh, there's Meade. Here's Grant. Grant should not be that famous yet, but okay. Any more I can do from the Northwest? Ohio will be acceptable. Let's get you Sky Blue boys. And you're gonna be not Bolton. This will be fun. We'll have Meade and Grant in the same division. Alright, Pennsylvania, Ohio. I think Indiana is what I'm gonna want. And replace Bolton with an infantry leader, please. And McClellan, upgrade everybody. Well, we're thinking about it. Like, okay, McClellan is gonna jump up to 23,000. Department of the West, 14,000. Get yourself, if you can, more artillery. Replace you with somebody who is artillery, please. Thank you. Eventually, Harney is going to come up to 14,000. I think that'll be acceptable. Department of Pennsylvania. I'm going to want to make you a bit bigger too. Kentucky, Iowa, Illinois. We'll go Connecticut. And we'll do a slightly smaller division. Again, under Bolton, I'm gonna just kick Bolton straight out of the army if he keeps taking commands of things he shouldn't be commanding. Let me look at all of you guys. Thomas. How about not? How about we replace McCall? Actually, no. We replace Thomas with this guy. Works for me. And then McCall, who should not be in charge of artillery, can get replaced with Thomas. That's Lovell. I don't know what Thomas looked like. A lot of Thomases, huh? Was it this Thomas? Thomas Morse? Well, we'll do this Thomas. Somebody's last name was Thomas. So apparently a colonel can't be in charge of a artillery battery. That's so strange. Alright, whatever. Hunt, you're fine. And then under Cadwallader, I want one more. Probably from either Pennsylvania or New York. Plenty of people in New York, but Pennsylvania is so much closer. And again, Thomas, not what I meant, who is an artillery commander, so I'm sure you're great and all, but I want you to not be in charge. I want an infantry commander. Literally any infantry commander. Now then, Thomas, again, wasting my time. Cavalry. Neither of you are cavalry commanders. Any good cavalry commanders? You might be the best one. Oh, we could put Custer in charge. Let's put Custer in charge. Miles, we're going to Custer. Which is funny, because you're actually a colonel, and you are not. So you know what? Let's not do that. Let's replace Miles with somebody random. Sure, you, McCall. Not actually happening. So that we can replace you with this guy. Miles is an infantry commander, not a cavalry commander anyway. Not a lot of high-ranking cavalry commanders in the US Army, which I'm sure is a shock to absolutely nobody in the year 1861. So I guess this one captain. And we'll replace you with, what's his face? Wasn't he a lieutenant? Hold on, cavalry. Yes. Custer. Where the hell is Custer? Oh, colonel, up here. I guess you are a colonel now. Congratulations. You're not an actual colonel, though. God, I don't understand how the US does how ranks work at all. Okay, Rhode Island. We'll get a cavalry regiment from Rhode Island. Make you the white tops. Under George H. Thomas, who is the wrong person. Literally anybody. Maybe colonel just means you're in charge of a division. Like you're a colonel, you're a lieutenant colonel, so you're actually just a lieutenant, but you happen to be in charge of a division. which are debatable whether those were even divisions. Interesting. Alright, so Paddleson. 10,000. I definitely want one more. Infantry brigade or division. Massachusetts. That's a long ways away. It'll take a while to form up, but I think that's okay. Not Paddleson. God damn it. Thomas. Replace. We'll give these guys some fun color. Butternut pants and French tops. And again, replace Thomas with literally anybody. And how many is that now? 16,000 total. We'll bring you up to 19,000. So one more from New York. And McCall is acceptable, yeah. Bernard. I don't know who Bernard is. An engineer, that's okay. For an artillery commander. So you'll come up to 20,000 basically. Army of Northeastern Virginia under McDowell really just needs to be rearranged. So congratulations, Thomas, you found your command. Strength 2,000, 1,200, 1,500, 800, 600, 200. God, what do you have? Rifle, planes. Can I do this? That works for me. Portal. Yeah, that's fine. So how many people will that come up to? 17,000. Okay. I want to look at projects. Get rid of the politics and the diplomacy. In fact, actually get rid of everything except the military. Doesn't really matter because all I need to do is look at this side. Lot of stuff to do. These are both nice, but not strictly necessary right now. This one actually is pointless. Supply reform will be nice once we get huge armies, but at the moment I can survive without. Artillery reform though. Updates all existing artillery units to battalions and allows recruitment of artillery battalions with up to 16 guns is critically important. Cavalry reform is nice. Cavalry reform 2 is kind of whatever. Recruitment offices will be great. Organization reform, I think, is something I can push off. Same with all of the naval stuff. So the question largely becomes, what's more important? Small-scale reform or battle weapons? With rebuild muskets coming onto the scene and with the Springfield rifle muskets being produced, I think we'll have enough rifles that we don't really need to worry about it. The repeating rifles isn't going to be something I'm going to worry about for a while. Sharps rifles. I do want Sharps carbines, but for now, I'm okay without those. Medium range carbines. I think I'm okay with. Cavalry carbines will be necessary soon, but for now, that's okay. I think, yeah, artillery reform and then cavalry reform are the first two things I need to worry about in military. Once these subsidies accrue, farm mechanization is the first one, and then subsidize industry, I think. Or actually, weapon production. Weapon production and farm mechanization. I'm gonna drop politics down to zero. No, I'll keep politics up. Can I, if I click on an army, will that get rid of that? Apparently not. There we go. Okay. Department of the West, what's your deal? You're under siege right now, which is not good. You actually only have 3 divisions, apparently. None of these guys are ever actually going to join. Is that the case? If you could get people to join, the number of men would go up enough that I think you'd actually be able to win this siege. But as it is, that's not really happening. 4,000 to 11,000 is not great odds. I don't know that I'm gonna move on Richmond. At least not right now. Alexandria is kinda good enough. Have you taken Covington yet? No. Well, you better hurry up before 2 armies come and hit you at the same time. Department of Pennsylvania very much needs to hurry up and get yourself ready. You've taken Alexandria now. Your readiness is pretty bad. Bad enough that I can't have you attack. I think since I'm waiting on you to get your readiness before I send you to Ohio, let me do this. Come on. You're not going to hostile territory, first of all. You're going here, and you're going by train. And with any luck, you do that in a moment's notice. And you get there in, 3 days tops. At the moment, we've got a federal advantage. How come? National morale, national support is basically even. Morale of armies, they've got better. I've got them on states. I've got them on. Actually, they have me on men fielded by a huge margin. I've got them on navy tonnage by a huge margin. Are you able to do something? Fleet orders, blockade. Yes, very good. Oh my god. Well, finally you've made it there. Paddleson is finally at the destination. Department of the West is slowly growing. So even while under siege, people are managing to work their way in. No, apparently not. Disaster in St. Louis. Department of the West fleeing in panic. Wonderful. And where were you going? Not very far away. I know you have terrible readiness. But man, it would be amazing if you could get to St. Louis before they take it. 6 days, 9 days, 15 days. You're simply not going to have enough men. So actually, let's get you... let's get you to Springfield. Actually, wait, before you do that, let me see if there was a depot anywhere around. There was not. Probably a depot in Chicago, but that's a long ways to send you. In fact, there isn't even a depot in Chicago. The only depot is here in St. Louis, so you need to go to St. Louis. I don't know that I can. I wish I could tell you to turn around. Of 8,000 to 11,000. That number's slowly gonna go up, but not fast enough. Actually, how about I tell you to halt? Or have you wait just until the Department of the West gets yourself ready. Are you connected to anything? 97. No depots, but that's okay. Your supply situation is okay. I want you to move here, please. Okay, actually, you're still retreating. British declare neutrality. Royal Navy to avoid American ports. Interesting. Okay, now then. Let's get you forward. That'll take you a little while, but I think it'll be okay. Once you get to about here. God, it's gonna take you forever. Hold on. What if I told you to get here and go by rail? Alright, what if I told you to go by river? No. Is that going to change your route? It is. And probably drastically speed up how you're moving. Winchester, not taken yet. In a second, I want to send you to go smash the army of the Shenandoah before they can build up. In fact, I want to tell you to go do that right now. Confederacy calls for volunteers. Okay. Not great. The amount of time you have to waste going backwards is very bad for me. Army of Northeastern Virginia versus the Army of the Shenandoah. Let's do it. Let's crush them. Let's show them how it's actually done on the field. And then after that, I think that'll be end of the stream, and we'll pick this up another day. My plan is to stream this whole series, so I don't know how long that'll be, but hypothetically, this whole bit will just go onto YouTube. Okay. Deployment, yeah. They don't have any reinforcements. Where are they? Way down south. Well, that's not too difficult, I suppose. Either they can only really guard one of these, which means they're probably not guarding any of them. I'm going to have you guys do this. I want Hunter to come down here across Ballsford. Good enough for me. New Jersey Militia to come down this way, probably also across Ballsford. Fine. Dido, please use the stone bridge and then come down this way. And then the artillery to take a commanding position up here on Mount Pone. Ideally, no, by going Stonebridge and then south. And then take yourself, McDowell, and get yourself over here with your single cavalry, who I don't know where you are. I thought you had a single cavalry. Yeah, here you go, Pommel. Second Manassas, kind of. That's funny. That is a 0-point objective. They might just withdraw because of how long it'll take me to get down into position. And I mean, it's possible that they're just standing on the road somewhere and we're not even gonna see them. Or they could just be standing on the objective. I have no idea. And with as few men as they have, I have no clue. End of day. Troops resupplied. Deployment. Okay, McDowell. Get everybody forward. And basically the same thing. Let's get you down here. Second Division down there. The New Jersey militia will come over this way. The artillery will come across the stone bridge and then up onto Mount Pone. The 1st Division will get yourself. You know what? Honestly, let's get you like over here, I guess. And then we'll bring yourself here and your single cavalry here. I mean, realistically, the AI should have just withdrawn, but whatever. Oh, well, that's an interesting place to set up. Oh, and it's quite a few people. You seem to have sent out a lot of skirmishers. Well, okay. In that case, the New Jersey militia will come here and. Actually, who has the fewest men? 4th Division. No, your artillery. That doesn't count. 3,000. 2nd Division. Yeah. Let's get you guys under Tyler to come and stand right here. Then I will have the New Jersey militia come across the stone house. The artillery will come across the stone bridge to Robinson House. We'll set up on Henry Hill with the, 2nd Division. Over you all. We'll come south underneath Balls Ford, like that. Pommel, meanwhile, I guess you just run off wherever you happen to be running. I feel like you're gonna be getting yourself in a lot of trouble all the time. That's probably my fault. You're far enough away, they didn't seem to really care. The other thing is, the second division only has 2 units, I guess? No. First division has how many? 1, 2, 3. Second division has 1, 2, and that's it. Interesting. But you have more men. I could probably wheel my artillery up onto here before they would react. Henry Hill might not actually be a very good place for artillery because it's not exposed, although right here might not be bad. Off on the side of Henry Hill. This spot here definitely feels like the best for artillery, which I think means before, but getting you all the way down there would take forever, because you'd have to go down Ballsford, which would be troublesome, and then I'd have to move you up onto the hill. You know what? Yeah, you just stay there. You come sit behind that fence. Funny how much artillery you have. Funny how suddenly I can't actually see you at all. There we go. Okay. Now that we have people in contact, 1st Brigade, let's get you to just lay down. If I send out skirmishers with the rifle muskets, it's possible that I can get you to pepper these guns from this side of the river. For some reason, this pontoon bridge is built up, which doesn't make sense to me. I don't really know why it would be. I've kind of done this in a goofy way. If they were small, I think they would immediately turn and try and attack my 2nd Brigade. Are you close enough that you can shoot at anybody? You're close enough that they can shoot at you, it seems like. Move slightly farther forward. Interesting how far of a range Stuart's cavalry has. And are they turning? They're moving. They are turning to engage, at least in some manner. I don't actually have any intention of advancing across Lewis's ford. That's as simple as that, really. Similarly, I think I actually want to bring this 1st Brigade over and around this way. And really just have the 2 of you here to hold them in the front. Meanwhile, Runyon, please tell your men single line. And you don't have to wait for McDowell's orders for that. Maybe let's have you guys send out skirmishers too. And we'll see how they react to that. In the meanwhile, you can call your skirmishers back, and I'll have you, Showman, send skirmishers forward. Yeah, you guys are gonna turn to face me, which makes sense. Palmer, can you please get up, like, on that hill or something? No, shoot them. Don't run up to them. Okay, I'm going to want... Oh my god, Hunt, what are you doing? Not the direction I really want you to go. I really want you to go this way, and then this way, and then up here. Same for you. I would love it if you went this way, and then this way, and then up here. And Hunt, at this point, just get on the other side of the trees. You need to just go... You know what, actually, you need to just walk up in front of them and start shooting them. Similarly with you, Morgan. Get yourself up here. I'm not waiting for you guys to do something that you should have finished an hour ago. Especially not while their artillery is just pummeling mine, because you imbeciles have chosen to walk directly in front of them instead of using the covered walkway. Are you guys actually shooting? The answer is not. You're just taking casualties without actually shooting at anyone. Okay, there we go. Can you please shoot now? Okay, how about you just stop and start shooting them? Open up a canister right into their face. You're gonna shadow in a second. You're not shooting. Why? Why are you not shooting? There we go. You might not actually be shooting still, I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. Why have you guys stopped? Get up there. If you can drive off that battery, which you might be able to, and save these guys. Nope, they've shadowed. They still have their guns. Nope, they abandoned their guns. Okay, that's great. There goes a whole bunch of pellet rifles. Please shoot them through the woods where they are unlikely to actually be able to shoot you. You guys, come this way, please. Ay, ay, ay. Go ahead and send out your own skirmishers. Let's get more people to harass them. You're probably taking canisters straight to the face, and you're not dealing nearly enough casualties for it to be worth it. You also aren't doing anything useful. I mean, this detachment should shadow soon, I would think. Stuart's battery at, was that, a third casualties. They just have so much artillery. I guess really they don't have too many guns, but they have so many different batteries, and that makes it harder to deal with. Much more annoying, for sure. Okay, finally, Heath's is gone. You just keep shooting at Hampton's Legion, I guess. Actually, you just come back. We'll have these guys send another batch of skirmishers out. And we'll have you guys try to come close enough to shoot them. You, 4th Brigade, take this right wing, please. You need to get yourself heal. With you, heal. Well, actually, maybe even up there. And then the shadowed artillery, which I don't know where the shadowed artillery went. You've probably already fled the battlefield. It's wild how long those guys are just sitting there taking fire. You'd think Jackson's detachment would have walked away by now. Come on, you're close enough. Just shoot them. They're out of ammo. That's pretty cool. Are you not gonna do what I told you to do? At least go attack them if you're not gonna do anything useful. Okay, they withdrew and sent back out another. You probably can't see anybody, can you? Go there. What are you doing all the way back here, you stupid twat? Alright. Let's get you to do that. And please fire at long range. What are you doing? What part of shoot the people in front of you don't you seem to fucking understand? What if I tell you to shoot them? Okay, and now shoot these guys. There we go. You guys should advance, please. You. Alright, at this point, start shooting these guys. If you have the range from there, do it. Similarly, you move yourself forward. Okay. At this point, I need you to just move forward. I need you, Burnside, to start shooting that artillery, and I need you to move forward too. Burnside, your division as a whole can start wheeling around. You go ahead and withdraw your skirmishers. Okay, there we go. You are wasting my time by not doing what I told you to do, so do that instead. Okay, at this point, you can just start opening fire as well. You really get in there. If they're so dumb as to turn their flank to you, I want you guys riddling them full of holes. Please. I don't know how you guys took casualties, but I'm sorry it happened. Okay. Now then, you... Oh, for fuck's sake. No, go do something like shoot them. I don't know how these guys disappeared. We know they're there. There we go. You, go shoot them. You, go shoot them. And you, come over here and go shoot them. You actually would be awesome if you could, like, melee them. Showman, bring your division forward. You guys are in a wood line, so you should be fine. I don't know why you guys don't have as good a cover as you should. Nope, melee them, please. Okay. You guys keep advancing, please. And you... why you're a novice. Really sure. You guys have wasted my time. Move this way. Call your skirmishers back, and let's get you forward as well. You up over here. Completely enclose them. I want you to form up into attack column. And yes, you should have cord steel. I will have you attack people once they begin to disintegrate. Like right now. Okay. How about you go charge them? You swing around this way, you shoot them, you shoot them. Enemy is retreating. Okay. Good dandy, I guess. I don't know. Ideally, you keep fighting for a second. And you broke after slaughtering an already broken. No, your cohesion's broken. You're fine. Yeah, go kick their ass. Oh, it looks like one of their ho Hampton's brigade ripped. Let's go. That's what I was hoping to do. That's a major victory. $600, $1,500. I mean, all things considered, that's not quite 3 times casualties, despite us having almost 3 times as many men. But I suppose it's good enough. Yeah, let's go get you to attack them. It looks like that that artillery regiment also got ripped out. So that probably makes it a bit higher too, right? 1,600. Okay. Still almost 30%. Come on. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get there. Go ahead, just come back. McClellan? No. McDowell. Yeah, you guys aren't gonna catch anyone. We should capture all these guns, including the ones we lost, which were pellet rifles, which are really nice, and I want more of. I'll tell you to go shoot them, but I don't think you're actually gonna do it. The answer is you might actually. I don't think you actually shoot, but I can get you to charge. I don't know why they're coming back this direction. With how many men the Confederates have, I need to destroy as many as I can. I thought I was still gonna have a major advantage over them, even with it on very hard. Okay, well these guys are just running all over the place, I guess. I don't know what you guys think you're doing, but I'm seeing now that it's gonna take actually quite a bit of hammering um, to actually even out this war. But that was a good battle. That's the first major battle. So, major victory. And suddenly I need to worry about prison camps. Drops by 0.36. Alright, that's pretty good. They hired actual reenactors when they did this game, and I don't know with these photos which ones are reenactors and which ones are real photos. Like this one, I don't know if it's reenactment or if this is an actual photo we're looking at. We're not really watching anything. Lieutenant Colonel Jackson loses face. Army of the Shenandoah fleeing in panic. Battle of Manassas Junction has ended with the Army of the Shenandoah retreating in panic. My command has earned us a total victory, with the enemy army running for their lives. The enemy has reportedly suffered a total casualties of 1,600 men. There were 139 killed, 648 captured. Their morale is believed to be nervous. Our casualties total 612 men, with 111, that's it, more than twice as many casualties and only 20 more killed. Insane. We've captured 862 rifles and 12 guns from the battlefield. All these guys were paroled immediately going back into... Fuck. Okay. Anyway, that costs basically nothing. We're gonna end up with about 5 prison camps right here. Alright, let's do that. And let's also think about building a hospital over here. we'll do that. Meanwhile, you guys are worrying about moving over and taking St. Louis. We'll see how that works. If I can take St. Louis back and I can start pummeling Missouri, I think I'll be alright to send you back to Virginia. And once I take West Virginia, then we can really start thinking about marching our way down south. I'm gonna want to, before too long, invade New Orleans. So that'll be on the docket, along with capturing all of these forts. In fact, a great thing would be if I could capture this fort down here in Tampa and take Jacksonville and Tallahassee, take Florida right out from underneath them. I think if I capture any of these states, they'll basically be unable to recruit men from those states. Can't recruit from places you don't control. I mean, you kind of can, but I think there's just inherently less people to recruit. Interesting. Okay. But for now, that is going to do it. So thank you all very much for joining, and I'm not sure when the next time I'm going to play this is, but hopefully not too long. There's another couple of games too I want to try playing around, so those things on the docket. Plus there's always Minecraft. I'm back. Who knows for how long? Who knows how much? Only disappeared for a month randomly, but oh well. So with that, bye bye.